I should have. We should have had this interview probably decades ago, since Dark Angel. Actually, when you
Oh
think
my
about it,
God.
I've been in
You
radio
watched Dark
25
Angel?
years, and it's our first conversation. It's
Oh my God.
ridiculous.
What is happening? How is that
Oh man.
possible?
It's the Crisco Kidd Block Party. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Jessica Alba.
Thank you. Thank you.
How's life? Before we get into trigger warning, by the way, June 21st on Netflix, new movie. How's life? How is everything?
Life is great. My oldest is driving out in the world, out on those streets. It's stressful. My son is the best. And then my middle child, Haven, is still like loves mom. And I'm not like totally uncool. And so
But it's
it's
kind of
it's
like,
great.
I'm assuming it's got to be kind of stressful, or is it cool that they're all at each level? I don't know, because you have
It's
to
a little
prepare.
bit stressful, but it's still very cool. I mean, they all need something so different from me
Yeah.
on the daily, except for they still, and this is like the sign where I feel like where my heart feels the most full is when we're watching a movie together and they all like lay on me and they all want me to rub their head. And I'm like, oh, they're still my babies. It's
You
sweet.
know what I need you to do now? I need you to create a picture or a meme or something that has two hands, and then like a third arm comes out here and pets
Right?
another hand.
Because they
That's what I
fight.
need from you now.
They all fight. And then my son, because he's a small, he just gets all up on my lap. And he's like, I can just get all up on mom's lap. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fun.
well, look, I know we're talking about you being a mom, but we do have Father's Day right around the corner. And I feel
Yes.
like we don't really get the love. Dads don't get a lot of the love. Do you do anything special in the
Yeah,
Jessica Alba household? Do y'all do anything special for
we
Father's Day?
do. We usually have like a barbecue with all the dads, my father-in-law, my father, Cash, and there's a game on always. And then we also play games, we barbecue. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, our family alone is like 22 people or like 20 people of just like our siblings and parents and stuff.
I'm just talking about personal life right quick, but because I just saw on your Instagram, you went to Chichen Itza, and I saw it
Oh
was like
my God, it was
a
next level.
and
It
that's what
was
I'm talking
so
about real
cool.
quick, because there's bucket list places that people always want to go, right? Whether it's
Yeah.
Chichen Itza, it might be Peru for some people, it might be
I
the
want to
the
go to
Colosseum in
Peru.
Rome. I
Yeah.
mean, what's your top three or five places that, if money wasn't a thing for anybody, that they would have to see at least once in their life?
I mean, for sure, you have to go to Paris.
Hmm.
I think you have to. I think Rome for sure. Definitely Chichen Itza.
Yeah.
100%. You have to go to like Playa del Carmen, that whole area with the cenotes. It's so spiritual. Get a session with like a Mayan shaman. They have these different types of sessions you can do, but it's just such a like soul opener. I think Sedona, Arizona is another.
Yes.
I
It's
like
the
these like
red rocks.
vortexes. Yeah.
Yes, the
And then
vortexes.
Glastonbury in
Mm,
the UK,
yeah.
there's like these things called the Chalice Wells. It's very sacred. I like all these like sacred ancient places. And then Kyoto.
And I've seen on the gram where you talk about like soul cleansing. When it's a full moon, it's important to cleanse the body, right? Real quick, what would be, I guess, is that important to do once a month? Is that a once a week thing? I mean, how
I
often
mean,
should
it
we be
depends.
cleansing?
It depends how full you are. Sometimes
Okay.
it's sometimes a weekly, sometimes it's a daily. Sometimes it's, you got to like shed the things that you're just like, I don't need this anymore. I'm not here for this. And then you open yourself up to then get full with the things that are nourishing and good for you.
I think it's about time for that, because we're halfway through 2024. So if something wasn't
Yeah.
working, you carrying that
Yeah.
extra stuff.
Let it go. Let it go. Nobody cares. Just let it go.
Exactly. It ain't for you. It's got to
Yeah.
go. Trigger
Gotta go.
warning. Let's get into this right quick. They're giving me the
Yeah.
wrap up. I'm excited to see this. You're back. You're doing the action things here.
Yeah.
Real quick synopsis, if you can give it to them, and why they should go watch it.
Yeah, so Trigger Warning is a really gritty action movie. I do hand-to-hand combat. It really feels like a throwback kind of action movie. And it's set in, kind of like a Western vibe as well. And you get to see this sort of, this hero in this system that's corrupt. And it's a small town, and she exposes some like corrupt local gang activity, and she is fighting the good fight, and she it comes home. She's on active duty. She's a special forces commando and comes home because her father passes away. And she just doesn't believe that it was an accident. And so, as she's trying to unpack what happened to him, in her gut, it just isn't sitting right. She learns about this bigger issue going on in her town.
Yeah, that's that woman's
Yeah.
intuition.
Yeah,
There's
that
something ain't
woman's
right. Women
intuition.
gonna get to they
Exactly.
find their friends, and everybody gets in and gets to the bottom of that.
Yep, yep. This genre is so dominated by, men, obviously. There's a lot
Right.
of male writers and a lot of male directors and a lot of dudes that get to do this. And I was like, what if there's a female writer who comes in? What if there's a female director? And the DP was a woman as well. And I'm like, we can make this grimy
Yeah.
and it's cool and fun and you also like I think feel a connection to Parker, which I really wanted.
Yeah, and I like how you're saying we because people may not know, but you actually were directing, executive producer. What was the involvement here on the
I
administrative
was
side?
I was executive producer, but
Executive
brought in,
producer.
a lot of great women as well. And it was cool and collaborated with incredible women.
So June 21st on Netflix, they can see you do your thing. They got the
Yep.
knife. Well, by the way, was there a lot of knife and broom and chainsaw training? Did you have to
Yeah.
like get into all that? That
Yeah,
was
I
really
did a
you.
lot. I did a lot of knife training with different sizes of knives.
Man,
And then the choreography where we were in a hardware store. So it's like, what is within arm's reach if you're in a situation and you need to disarm three dudes? What do you do?
just like
And
a Latina.
and
Every
she
Latina
does.
is taking notes and they're saying, "Oh, she could have done like
Yeah.
that."
Yeah.
You know what's up.
Tell me, get in my comments. Tell me what you would have done.
There it is. There it is. Again, June 21st, Trigger Warning, starring Jessica Alba and executive producer Jessica Alba as well. Thank you
Yeah.
for your time. They gave me to wrap up. And congratulations once again on everything. I appreciate you stopping
Thank
by.
you. I'm so happy we got to do this.